Okay, so tonight we're going to start a series on the ERC-20 contract, or token rather. And so let's get started. ERC-20, ERC stands for Ethereum Requests for Comment. And about 6 years ago, they came up with this. And this is how tokens are defined in the Ethereum world. And it's used, I think, beyond Ethereum. So these are standard smart contract tokens. And there are a number of methods that it has to implement to make it a proper token. So let's go through them. First is name, and that's the name of the token, the symbol of the token, the decimals. So this is an optional one, and it's mainly to make it a little bit more usable. And supply, that's pretty obvious. Balance, how much an account has of the token. And then there's transfer and transfer from. Transfer is is really transfer to, and transfer from is from an address to an address. So they takes both and it has a value. Transfer from, transfer is just transferring to. So I guess that would be from the contract. They both, well, we'll get into the transfer event in a bit. Approve, it's basically in essence, a line of credit. So they can withdraw a number of times up to a certain amount. And allowance is how much more you have. Now, obviously, approve has security issues that you have to be aware of, and they recommend the UI set it to 0 before setting it to another value for the same spender. So this prevents them from essentially cleaning you out. Now, there are two events, and remember we talked of events. That's how you essentially log things. You fire an event, and the event is transfer, and that's fired when you transfer either of those two transfer methods. Approval is fired on successful call to the approval event. So with the transfer, it should trigger the transfer event with the from address set to 0 when tokens are created, and it's also triggered when any tokens are transferred. So it's triggered either when a token is created or when you actually transfer tokens. So that would be that transfer where you just have the two. And throw a message who calls account does not have enough balance. That's should be pretty straightforward. So these are the methods that have to be implemented to have a proper ERC token. And this is another article that talks about it. Again, it's for all smart contract tokens. And this also goes through the different methods and some examples. What we're going to do in this series is actually implement an ERC-20 token and to demonstrate how this is done, and then see what we can do with it. So hopefully this has been helpful. Hopefully this is something you're interested in. Feel free to let me know if this is a topic that is of interest. I think it should be because if you're into blockchain, it's used all over the place. And tokens, of course, are created for all kinds of things. Anything, and I think they even talk about some examples here. This is the Ethereum docs. Could be, gaming, assets, a fiat. You can represent different things. Now, these are fungible tokens, which means you could uh, break them up into, little bits. So you can have a point one of a Bitcoin, let's say, or point one of an Ethereum. A non-fungible token is, heard a lot about them lately. That might represent a piece of art or, some classic uh, video of an athlete or whatever that may be. But they cannot be broken because it is a thing. So that's the difference between fungible and non-fungible. So hopefully this is something you're interested in. If let me know, and let me know if you have any particular questions that we should address on this topic, or for that matter, any topic. I know I've gotten some good ideas from viewers in terms of topics to pursue. Uh, so if you find this helpful, please subscribe. Please ring the bell to get further videos. Please give a like, and please share it with your friends who might be interested in this topic. And I will speak to you next time.